Yo, what is up guys? So today I'll be teaching you guys how to do the metal slash brutal death type of lettering for logos. I know it's recently became more popular to use them in clothing brands. I know there are other ways of doing this, but I'm going to be showing you guys the way I do it, and you guys can get creative with it. I think this is more of a good foundation to then build off of. So to get started, what I like to do is set the background to black, and you don't have to do this. This is just something I like to do. The background is usually black when it comes to these type of logos. For brushes, you can honestly use any brush you want, just depending on like what kind of look you're going for. But for this video, I ended up using vinyl, which is found in the pens. Then what you want to do is also have your color as white if you're also doing the black background, and then also make sure your brush size is at a good size, just because some brushes come in presets that are like very low in size. So for the next step, what you want to do is on the top left corner where you see the wrench, you want to tap on that, tap on canvas, you want to turn on drawing guide, and then from there edit drawing guide, and then make sure you put it on symmetry. To that, just hit the check mark. Now you can check in the layers that your layer has assisted under it, which is what activates the symmetry we turned on. You want to tap on the wrench again, add, and then add text. From here, use the text to type out anything you want to make the logo of. And for today, I'm just going to be using the account I have, which is called Rhymnotic. Also make sure that you're also typing it in all caps. You see why later in the video. Make sure you pick a simple font as well, because you're going to be then outlining it. Sure you lowered your opacity of the word, lowered it to 50%, and then after that you want to center it, and I stretched mine out a little bit. You could do the same as well, and then from here you're just gonna go to the layer that has the assisted under it, because that's the one that you're gonna start off creating the outline. So when making these, I like to start off from the sides. I like to make sharp edges, and honestly you could just play around with it, see what you like. I try to do something where it's replicating the style and just seeing what fits the word the best. Since we're doing the symmetry right now, I like to also add more details towards the middle areas, just because it adds more character to the logo. The more detail you add, the crazier the logo will end up coming out. And also when you're adding the details, I like to make sure I can connect the details I'm adding to the letters to both sides. Once you're done adding all the details and everything on symmetry, you then want to go back to layers and then duplicate that layer. From there, uncheck the original layer, remove the assisted, which is basically the symmetry on the duplicated layer. Start connecting the details you added in the symmetry and the letters. Once I'm done with that, I like to duplicate the layer once again, just to make sure I don't lose any progress in case I have to go back. From there, just fill in your letters with a solid color. I then like to go back and do some touch-ups, whether I want to change the shape of something a little bit or make some clean lines. Once you're done making your final touch-ups, once again, I like to duplicate just so I don't lose anything. And then now you can start adding the small details you want to add to really make your logo pop. Another thing I like to do is warp. You could do this early on or later. I like to do it later. So to warp it, all you need to do is click on the top left on the cursor, and then at the menu at the bottom, just go to warp. From here, you could just mess with it and see what you like. And then also you have to be careful, just because there's not really any support to make sure it's symmetrical. I also decided to add horns. You're able to do this just by adding another layer and then checking on the drawing assist. hope you guys enjoyed and feel better drawing this style. I'm still learning too, since there's quite a lot you can do with this style. If you have any ideas for what you want to see next, maybe more logo styles, lettering breakdowns, or whatever on Procreate, so let me know. And if there's anything I could do better, let me know. I'll be trying to make the next videos better and better.